In order to demonstrate the properties of this object, let's conduct an experiment. First, let's take a small piece of ceramic and then put a piece of styrofoam and a powerful neodymium magnet on top of it. Next, the superconductor is cooled with liquid nitrogen down to 196 degrees Celsius. After the ceramic is cooled, take a piece of styrofoam out from the underneath of the magnet. And what do we see? The magnet began to levitate over the superconductor, and it even spins. The same thing can be done with a large piece of a superconductor and a big neodymium magnet. The effect of levitation is caused by the ceramics cooling down to the critical temperature. It then becomes a superconductor, as well as a perfect diamagnetic. This means that it can repel any magnetic field as well as create its own when being near a strong magnetic field. The phenomenon is called the Meissner effect. If the magnet is lifted, the superconductor next to it begins to lift with it as well. The magnet and the superconductor are almost like frozen together in space. If you bring the superconductor near a powerful circular magnet, it can then be rotated. Circular magnets can spin up to high speeds, and the only restriction here is the frictional force between the magnet and the air. It's also possible to freeze in space several magnets, coupled to each other. Thus, they can be given any inclination in relation to the superconductor. The magnet hovering above a superconductor can withstand a considerable weight, limited only by the power of the magnetic field of the magnet. For example, my levitating magnet withstood a 3-liter jar of jam put on it. The property of superconductivity and the magnetic levitation is now used in many fields of science and technology. For example, this property is used in MRI brain scanners, magnetic levitation trains. In particular, high-temperature superconducting ceramics are used as magnetic bearings, where the use of the conventional bearings are not advantageous for the task. Stay tuned to my channel and you will learn more about some of the unusual substances and their properties.